I hope old Moonface, Silky and the saucepan man got back to the tree safely, said Joe one day. Moonface was wondering the same thing about the children. We haven't seen the children for ages, he said. Let's slip down the tree, Silky, and make sure they got back all right. Shall we? After all, it would be dreadful if they hadn't got back and their mother was worrying about them. So one afternoon, just after lunch, Silky and Moonface walked up to the door of the cottage. Beth opened it and shrieked with delight. Moonface, so you got back safely after all? Come in, Silky dear. Saucepan, you'll have to take it off a kettle or two if you want to get through the door. The children's parents were out for a while. The children and their friends sat and talked about their last adventure. What land is at the top of the tree now? Asked Rick curiously. Don't know, said Moonface. Like to come and see? No thanks, said Joe at once. We're not going up there anymore. Well, come back and have tea with us, said Moonface. Silky's got some pop cakes and I've made some Google buns. I don't often make them and I tell you they're a treat. Google buns, said Beth in astonishment. Whatever are they? You come and see, said Moonface, grinning. The saucepan man clashed 2 kettles together as he sang. 2 roses for Beth, 2 scoldings for Joe, 2 ribbons for Franny, with a ho, diddle ho. It's an easy song to make up as you go along, said Beth, giggling. Every line, but the last has to begin with the word to. You just think of any nonsense you like and the song simply makes itself. Singing silly songs, they all reached the Faraway Tree. Saucepan yelled up it. Hey, what's its name? Let down a rope. There's a good fellow. It's too hot to walk up today. The rope came down. They all went up one by one. Franny was unlucky. She got splashed by Dame Washalot's water on the way up. Next time I go up on the rope, I shall take an umbrella with me, she said angrily. Come on, said Moonface. Come and eat a Google bun and see what you think of it. Soon they were all sitting on the broad branches outside Moonface's house, eating pop cakes and Google buns. The buns were very strange. They each had a very large raisin in the middle, and this was filled with sherbet. The sherbet frothed out and filled your mouth with fine bubbles that tasted delicious. The children got a real surprise when they bit their raisins, and Moonface almost fell off the branch with laughing. Come and see some new cushions I've got, he said to the children when they had eaten as many cakes and buns as they could manage. Joe, Beth and Franny went into Moonface's funny round house. Moonface looked around for Rick, but he wasn't there. Where's Rick, he said. He's gone up the ladder to peep and see what's at the top, said Silky. I told him not to, but he's quite a naughty boy, I think. Gosh, no, said Joe, running out of the house. Rick, come back, you silly. Everyone began to shout, Rick, Rick. But no answer came down the ladder. The big white cloud swirled above silently, and no one could imagine why Rick couldn't come back. I'll go and see what he's doing, said Moonface. So up he went, and he didn't come back either. Then the old saucepan man went cautiously up step by step. He disappeared through the hole, and he didn't come back. Whatever has happened to them, said Joe in despair. Look here, girls. Get a rope out of Moonface's house and tie yourselves and Silky to me. Then I'll go up the ladder, and if anyone tries to pull me into the land above, they won't be able to, because you three can pull me back. Okay, right, said Beth, and she knotted the rope round her waist and Franny's, and then round Silky's too. Joe tied the other end to himself, then up the ladder he went, and before the girls knew what had happened, Joe was lifted into the land above, and they were all dragged up too, their feet scrambling somehow up the ladder and through the hole in the cloud.